Have you ever wondered how we form memories and why they are so intricate and crucial to our identities? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the fascinating topic of memories and about how they're formed. Our journey into memory begins with something called encoding. It's about how we process and perceive the new information. And whenever we encounter something new, be it an experience, a sound, a song, our brain starts the encoding process. And this is influenced by several factors. We have attention, sensory perception, and crucially, the emotional context of the experience. Now, during encoding, our brain converts the sensory information into a format that can be stored for future use. And this involves three types of memory. It involves sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. So let's break those down. What is sensory memory? Well, sensory memory is the type of memory that holds brief impressions of sensory data, such as sights or sound. And this lasts for just a fraction of a second. Then we have our short-term memory, and this retains information for around 20 to 30 seconds at a time, and it allows us to keep it active for immediate use. And then we have the longer-term memory, which, as its name suggests, holds information for longer periods of time. So once we've encoded that information, the next stage is storage. And different areas of the brain are responsible for memory storage, especially the hippocampus and the cortex. We can categorize memories into two types. We have what we call explicit or declarative memory. These are the sorts of memories that we can consciously recall, like facts or personal experiences. And we can further divide this explicit memory into two more areas. We have what we call episodic memory. These are our personal experiences, like your first day at school. And we have our semantic, and this relates to general knowledge, such as the capital of your country. Now, as well as our explicit or declarative memory, we also have what we call implicit or non-declarative memory. Now, these are the sorts of memories that can affect our behaviour unconsciously. These are the skills, the habits that we form over a lifetime. These memories tend to be more longer lasting and robust. So we've encoded our memories, we've stored them into our different types. And the final stage of memory formation is retrieval. And this is where we bring our stored memories back into our consciousness. Successful retrieval often relies on cues, and these are the cues that are associated with the memory. That's why things such as music will often trigger a memory. You know, you're driving along in your car, you hear that song, you burst into tears because it was a really painful breakup. And so music is actually a really good cue. But there are lots of environmental cues that we can use to help retrieve that memory. Now, when we think about retrieval, there are two primary types. We have what's normally called recall. This is when we retrieve memories without any prompts. Then we have what we call recognition. And this is where you identify previously learned information from a set of options. So, for example, recognizing a friend's face in a crowd. Now, research tells us that emotions play a massive part in the formulation of our memories. And this is because when we experience emotionally charged moments, our brain releases neurotransmitters. This in turn boosts the encoding process. But what research also tells us is that these emotional attachments can actually skew how we recall events. So, for example, you might have had an amazing day at the fair. You've been on all the rides, there's been lots of laughter, lots of fun. But when you get back to your car, you find that all the tyres are flat and that this then ruins the day, right? You're fed up, you're tired, you are frustrated, it takes you hours to get home. And what may happen is that actually when you recall that day at the fair, you don't recall all the fun and the happiness, but you recall those last emotions that were had at the end of the day. And that skews our memories around that. So, memory formation, it's a complex interplay of encoding, of storage and retrieval. It's shaped by a whole wealth of factors. Over time, our memories become woven into the fabric of who we are. They influence our identities as well as our decisions and our actions. I hope you found this interesting. There is so much more that we could talk about when it comes to memory and new research around how we create long-term and short-term memories. If you'd like me to talk about that stuff, then please do let me know in the comments below. If you've liked this, then please do like, share and subscribe below. Until next time, thanks for watching.